Hey guys, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Mon- So, so this session will be, in this session we can be, discussing about the what is performance testing exactly, and how can we conduct the performance testing in a high level. What is the overview exactly? Okay. And before that, I just wanted to introduce myself. So myself, Nani, and I had overall, 7+ years of experience into the performance testing. Uh, so let's get started. People will be joining soon. Okay. So let me
Okay.
share the screen. So hope you are able to see the screen now. So are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So
Yes, sir, we are able to see the screen.
yeah. So before we get started with performance testing, anybody knows about what is testing inside the software applications? So can anybody know about the testing? What we do inside the applications, software applications. So in a general way, what is testing exactly? In a general manner, what is
Testing,
testing?
testing stability and response time.
Hmm?
Testing stability and response time of by applying load.
So in a general only, how many kind of testings are there inside the application?
Functional, non-functional.
Functional, non-functional. Okay. So what will be the application life cycle exactly? So before we comes to the performance testing, you people just come to know what is the life cycle. So as a end user, we know yes, we are using the application directly as a end user. We will be navigating to the application, just using it as per our requirement. But before it comes to the production, right? Means production, what is production? Production means end user, which is used by end user, right?
Okay.
So before it's come to the production, how the things are going. Let's say there is a one organization, we got one project, okay? We got one project. So since it is not there in the production, okay, this is brand new application. So let's take an example, Amazon, right? We regularly use Amazon, Flipkart, right? And also, e-commerce based. There are many e-commerce based application we regularly used. But as an end user, will be using the application. And before that, what are all the status over there, right? So how they are building the application, first of all, how they are building, and how they are deploying the code into the live, means production. What are all the stages are there inside the organizations, means whatever the application is building, what things will be there, what it is consisting, how many phases are there first before you build one application, right? Then you come to know what is performance testing, right? So hope you are able to see the screen,
Go.
right? So here I hope you are able to see the application life cycle. So every activity, it will be consisting their own life cycle. Life cycle means when it gets started, when it will, what are all the phases inside this, before it gets ended, right? That is called life cycle. So let's say there is a one application, right? There is an application. So you are the application owner. Okay, you are the application owner. That is Amazon. So what is your requirement inside the Amazon as a owner of or stakeholder? What is your expectation? So directly you will be, talking to the development team, or there will be business analyst team, or requirements gathering team, or how these things going on. So let's say you are the owner, you want to build your application, but you don't have any technical knowledge. But yes, I want application, but I had a business. I need to build out the application. So how the things are going? So first, whom we need to connect, whom we need to talk to the people, right? So before that, can someone please go on the mute if you're not talking? Okay, thank you. So in every application, before it comes to the product, there are many stages. Okay, first, I am the owner. I want to build one application, right? But I don't have any knowledge, okay, about the technical skills, right? But I need to approach one organization and I want to tell them my requirements. Then how the things get started. Any application, okay, this will be the life cycle. So first, you explain your requirements. We need to, right, as a stakeholders or client, okay, our stakeholders, our client, as a application owner. So I tell you when this will be happening. This happens when application, we want to develop a application, right? When we want to develop a application as a application owner, right? Our application owner, our stakeholder, our client, right? We need to approach to someone, right? We need to approach to someone in the any organization, any organization. Okay, organization. What is organization? What is organization? There are many IT companies, right? So we need to approach them. We need to approach to someone in the organization, right? Whom we need to approach? We need to approach business analyst. Okay, business analyst. We need to approach. And what we tell our requirements. Yes, I need these applications to be built out. So what is the process, right? As application owner, whom we need to contact? We need to contact the business analyst in any organization, right? There are MNCs, any organizations, okay? TCS, or he will go for Wipro, or he will go for any other companies. It really depends on their communication. Okay, he will go to business, and what he do, he will be explaining his requirements, right? So he will be explaining about his application requirements. Okay, application requirements. So can you tell me what is the requirements? Let's say, let's take an example. You are the application owner of, Swiggy. Okay. What is your expectations as an application owner? What is your expectation? What is the scope of your business in the Swiggy? In a general manner, you can tell. Anyone? Can anyone tell? We regularly use, right, Swiggy or Amazon. Okay. What is the scope of your application?
I need to deliver the orders quickly to them.
Orders quickly to them will be in the hand of delivery boy,
Yes, yes.
right? But
Yes.
before that, inside the application, what is the
Best
requirements?
performance.
My
Best
requirement
performance.
is, yes, before, no,
Application should be user friendly.
right? No,
Development
scope.
cost.
What is the scope of the application? Application requirements means scope.
Never want to crack application when you're using multiple users.
No, don't
Choose
think
the
in
restaurant.
a performance testing perspective, in
Choose
a
the
general
restaurant.
manner.
Time saving
Hmm?
to
No,
view the
we
restaurants
tell,
nearby.
okay, clientele, I wanted to start food business, right?
Yes.
I wanted to start a food business. I need one application. My requirements are these. So my users, okay, whatever the users are logging into the system, they should be able to see all the restaurants, right? They should be able to see all the restaurants, and they will be searching out their willing food, and they need to book the food, and they can be able to track the food, right? They can be able to
Yes.
payment the food. So this is the requirement in a general manner. So
Yes.
whom he tells, he will be talking to the business analyst. So there is a business analyst. Business analyst gather all the requirements based on the client. Okay. Based on the client, he will be gathering all the requirements. Next. So next, what will happen? Then architects, okay, application architects will be involving from here. So once we gathered, once BA means, what is BA? Business analyst.
Business list.
Okay. Once BA got all the informations, okay, all the info about client requirement or client application scope, okay, he will assign this project to someone, right? Someone, who are they? Project manager and architecture guys. Okay. Architecture in a generally, what is architecture? In every content, there are architectures. There are civil architectures, right? Interior level architectures. In a same manner, there will be a software application level architectures. What they does, they will be drawing some amount of scenarios, application level. They will be designing a things, okay, like how the application should be and how it looks like, right? So they should have to showcase to the client, right? So what they does, they will be designing the application, means in a high level, not from the coding, not from any other way. Okay. Now the actual life cycle will be started. Okay, in a short way, application life cycle will be application life cycle. Application life cycle. First, so in a short manner, can you tell me what is the first status of life cycle? I want to build an application. Now you you think in a general manner as a IT professional. Okay, so let's say we got the requirements, right? So what we do here, we got to know all the requirements. So what is the first status? What is the life cycle of first status?
Requirement specification.
Yes, first one is requirement specification or requirement gathering. Gathering the requirements, right? Gathering the requirements, right? Isn't it?
Yes.
So next, what will be the next step?
Development.
Next.
Development.
Development.
Next development,
Yeah.
right? So development. What does developers? So end user low, in an end user, what is your expectation for the application? What is the base URL of the application of Swiggy or Amazon in a live? What is the base URL? Base URL. So let's say you are opening them in the
www dot.
yes. So you are using mobile based application, but if you use web, what is your URL, application URL? It would be something www dot, right?
Amazon.
Dot or amazon.com. This is the end user URL. Am I correct?
Yes.
This is end user URL, right? End user will be accessing this URL. So, but before it comes to this phase, before it's come to the production, what all are the phases will be there, right? So first, what developer does? Developer will be developing a application based on the scope of the application. Based on scope of the application, developer will be developing a code, and they will be deploying and they will be keeping a naming convention, that is Amazon, but they will be deploying a code into one instant, that is www.qa dot, right, qa.amazon.com. So now you tell me whether this URL can be accessed by end user or not. Does end user can access this URL?
No.
No, right? This is
No.
internal based, right? This is internal level. They will be using the application. So what is QA? Quality assurance. There are phases. Okay. Next, what happened? This application will be hand over to the testers. Okay. Third phase, what will happen? See,
Testing.
testing. What is testing? What does testing? How many types of testing are there? So testing phase. So testing, in the testing, what we do as a performance tester, leave it. And in a general manner, you tell me what is testing, right? So in a testing, we will be understanding the application scope. Okay. And then we'll test the application, right? will test the application. Let's say, let me open one application. So let's go ahead, Amazon, right? This is e-commerce based application. So when you trying, okay, when you click on sign in, what is your expectation page, guys? What is your expectation page?
User ID password.
It should be landing on username, right? Where it will be prompting to the sign in the next level, right? So
Yes.
here,
Yes.
if I give invalid username, what it should shows? If I
Incorrect
give
phone-
invalid
Incorrect,
incorrect
incorrect
password or
credentials.
email.
incorrect phone number, this is the actual application behavior that we are expecting. Am I correct?
Yes.
Right? So if you click on create new account, what is the landing page? This is our expectation. So instead of, if I click on create new account, if it is still on the sign in page, if it is navigating somewhere, that is called bug, right?
Yes.
That is a defect,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
these things will be taken care by functional testing. Okay, we will be understanding the application scope as part of the testing. So there are functional testing in the testing phase. Okay, functional testing. Okay, in the testing there is functional testing. Okay, what does functional testing, people? They will be testing the application. They will be testing the application as it is working fine as part of functionality level. Am I correct? Functionality level. What is functionality? Functionality, its own specification. So let's say if I click on, right? If I click on invalid phone number, it should show incorrect phone number. If I give valid phone number, it should be in the next, it should ask me password, right? So this is my expectation overall level. So who will be involved here? Functional team will be, functional testing team will be involved here, and they will be testing the application, right? They will be testing the application as part of the functionality level, right? Whether we got expected page or not, expected page or not, right? Whom we do as a performance tester, we don't do this. Functional team, right? Functional team will be involved, functional testing team. Okay, so can you please go on the mute if you're not talking? It will disturb someone, Lakshmi. So functional team. So in a functional testing, it is a manual testing, right? Manual testing. And next, there is a manual testing and automation testing. Okay, manual testing and automation testing. What is manual testing? Manually, tester will be opening the application and he will be checking all the application level functionality, whether we are getting the expected page or not in terms of functionality level. So let's say there are many things to be checked. So in that case, they will be moving to the automation. What does automation? They will be capturing the traffic and they will be writing some JavaScripts and Java code to handle them, and they will be working on automations. This will be as part of functional testing. So where we are testing out this, in which URL we are testing out, in which URL, this, right? This will be internally accessed, this URL. Okay, this URL will be coming up, and internally we will be making sure our application is good, our application is fine, right? If there are any defects, what we do, testers, what functional team does, they will be reporting to the development team. Hey, it's not the expected page. Can you please fix this problem? Right? Who will be fixing the problem here? Development team. Again, this will go to development team, and development team will be fixing the issues. Okay, so it will be in a cyclic manner until application is stable as part of the functionality level, right? So what is the first phase of the application? QA Amazon.com. So once there are, once the application in a good shape, okay, they will be, developers will be deploying this application to somewhere. Okay, there are many phases based on their requirements. So first, where the application hosted, where the application is deployed, where application has deployed at first phase, QA, deployed to this instant, QA. So next, they will be working on something. After few days, after the application comes into good shape, they will be deploying them into www. Okay, UAT, right, Amazon.com or www.sit, right, or www.stg. They will be giving some naming convention. Okay, they will be giving some naming convention before it goes to the production. www.amazon.com. Okay, and functionality team will be keep on working on functionality level. So next, in a testing level, there are many things. There will be security testing. There will be security testing. So in a security level, they will be working on this security team. Next, once application got stable, yes, here will be involving as a performance tester. Once application is stable under the functionality level, all the functionalities are working fine as per our expectation, then what we do will be involving as a performance tester, right? Next phase is performance testing. What we do as a performance testing. So now can you tell me, when it comes to the performance testing, now you got an idea, right? Something in the application level when we involve.
Stability and response time.
What is stability? What is response time? What do we do? So let's say, what is your business? What is the expectation business for the Amazon in the live production? The production. How many users will be accessing to the application?
Number of users.
Number of users. It really depends on their business. So
Yes.
in a daily basis, many number of users will be registered to the application, isn't it?
Yes.
There are many new users, right?
Yes.
They are growing up their business. So is there any other e-commerce applications in terms of Amazon or any other
Flipkart.
applications? Flipkart is there. And then
Amazon,
Snapdeal is
Snapdeal,
there. Writing. Okay,
Myntra.
Munay?
Tata Click.
Yes.
Yes.
right? There are many applications. This is a competitive world, right?
Yes,
We
yes.
need to sustain in the world, right? As a businessman. So let's say I clicked on, so I logged into the system. This is my application. I deployed my application into live without any, okay, without any performance testing. Means you will get to know now what is performance testing. So let's say I'm the end user, I'm using the application. So without performance testing, okay, without performance testing, without PT, without performance testing, they decided deploy to production. Production means what is production in a terminology? The end user live, what we are using as end user, right? So let's say they have planned to deploy application in the production without proper performance testing. So yes, the functionality level, it's actually looks good and it is user friendly. Yes, I'm able to see all my content here. Okay, I could see all the requirements here as end user. So now you think as end user, you are using the application, right? So this is your application. So when you searching for mobile, let's say you are searching for mobile, okay, let's say instead of the results, instead of given the results, how much time it has been taken to give you the results, this results, when you
Fraction of
search
2 seconds.
in a
2
fraction of seconds,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
So example, when you click on mobile, when you search this particular activity, okay, it has been taken 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds. As an end user, do you willing to use this application?
No, we will avoid that application.
Obviously,
Yes.
right?
Definitely.
So as an end user, we think about our convenience, right? Our convenient, we will be, thinking about, and if Amazon is not there, yes, there are many other applications. There are Flipkart. I could bought a mobile over there, right? I can the whatever the items are available in the Amazon, even same items are there in the Flipkart also. If not Snapdeal, if it is not, I will go for another application. As end user, you won't use the application if performance is not good. It's not the point. Only application is stable under the functionality level, right? So expectation page is there. That is correct. Expectation page is correct. Functionality level, but my application is not responding very quickly. What I am expecting, it is consuming my time. So in a while, we won't use the application, right? And
Yes.
let's say, so they kept some offer. Okay, they kept some offer. So there is a M3, right, 5G. So they kept an offer on this. So when they kept an offer, so as an end user, how many users will be accessing to the application? So let's say my user count, okay, in a live, my user count is register users are user count is 1000. Okay, 1000 my user count. In a normal days, how many people will be using the application?
100 to 200.
200
2%.
or 300,
100.
right? So let's say regularly I use the application 200 or 300, right? So when we kept an offer, when we kept an offer, what is the user load you are expecting as a owner?
Thousands of people will
800.
use this.
It would be 700 or
800.
800 or 900 or 1000,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So when these people are accessing to the application it will see is not available. Application itself is not available.
Yes.
It is crashed. Okay.
Hmm.
It got crashed, right? So what will happen at the moment? They will lose their business, isn't it?
Yes.
They will lose their business. They can't
Yes.
sustain in the market, right? Even you
Yes.
kept the offer, even your application is functionality stable. If it is not handling the load, it's not the matter. So the application is good and we kept the offers and it looks it's user friendly. Even it should be responding quickly. It should be sustaining the load. Am I correct?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that's where we'll be working on the performance testing before it goes to the production. In every application, it will even come to us once functionality level it got stable and security level. One before it goes to the production, we do performance testing because everything is being online nowadays.
Yeah.
So when we could see results, right? When we, when we were, pursuing BTech or graduation level or plus 2 level, when we tried entering our hall ticket number in a JNTU website, are they providing the results very quickly?
No.
No, server
Server issue
server
will
busy.
No,
Server
right?
issue.
Why it was server issue?
number of
Many
Many
people
users.
users
Many
access
users.
at a time.
accessing that page.
Isn't it? Number of users were able to access at
Access
the
at a
moment,
time.
right?
Yeah.
At the moment, what was happened? The application was itself
Fast.
not responded,
Respond.
right?
Respond.
Quickly.
It was not sustaining the load
Load.
because they haven't conducted any performance testing. They easily deployed the code, deployed the application into the live. But when there is a peak load, right? What you call them as peak load.
Peak
So
load.
once, let's say, all of them are, we did find our results, and again you will be use that application or not until you get the until you in the next term. No, right? You will not be using that application, right?
Yes.
JNTU,
Yes.
right? Only when you got the results, then you will be launching the application and you see you are entering your all ticket number and see, and you
Yes.
check your results. That is called the peak load. At the moment, most of the students will be accessing to the application, but yes, application is not sustaining the load, right? So to avoid these problems, okay, to avoid these problems, what we do, we'll be conducting the performance testing. In terms of what? In terms of speed. Okay, there are three factors, main factor inside the application, inside the performance testing, main factors. Okay, if you do remember this, yes, you will be good at the things. And here we don't write any code, but we'll be using the tools. Even we are not doing it manually. So let's say if you come to the functional testing, right? So manual testing, so there will not be much growth. Okay, most of the people are using automation. If you want to go for automation testing, you are in the need of JavaScript for sure. Only tool is not feasible without programming language. But here, if you come to the performance testing, right, you don't require any coding knowledge. Okay, so here what we do, we'll be using the tools, we'll be capturing the traffic, and we'll be conducting the load in terms of three factors. Main factors, what are all they? What we check? First, we check speed of the application, right? So can you tell me now why performance testing is required? Why performance testing? In a
Speed access.
It is speed up.
Speed access to access speed.
Why performance testing is required? To sustain in the market, right? To
Okay.
making sure our application is working fine
Fine.
under the load in the live, whatever we are expecting in the live. Avuna? So then when it is required, when it is required,
once the development is done, then we'll test the app.
Right? Even in a general manner when it's required. So if application is external user application, then yes, we need to conduct a performance testing, right? If we are expecting number of users to be access to the application in a production in the live, yes, we need to conduct the performance testing. For that application, definitely we need to conduct the performance testing, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Isn't it? What should be tested?
Application.
So now you tell me in Amazon or Swiggy or okay, let's take an example, banking application. Okay, you're using the, so at which point, which scenarios you will be mostly used in the banking based application? Let's say mobile based or web based applications, banking.
Yes.
Which scenarios you will be using as end user mostly?
Login, register.
Yes, registered, login, most of the people. Then
Transfer funds.
Homepage.
what?
Adding beneficiary.
Yes, adding the beneficiary is one of the transaction regularly, very frequently used. I want to say, I am expecting this very frequently used.
Check
scenario.
balance.
Money transfer.
For money.
Checking balance.
Transferring the money
Transfer.
Yeah.
and checking the balance. So
Yeah.
let's say if we have 10 lakhs inside the account, we will be keep on checking the amount, right? So that is a frequent one. As an end user, just think about end user, right? We'll be transferring the amount. Then probably we keep on checking the amount and we'll be looking at the beneficiaries. There are any unknown beneficiaries, right?
Mm.
So these things very frequently used. That is as part of the banking. So if you come to the foodie business, right? Swiggy or Zomato, what is the end user will be accessed inside the application? Mainly, which scenarios? I mean to say, which business things will be using as end user? So mainly register, that is the by default one frequently, and next logging into the system, right? And next, very frequently used,
Yeah, it's a type one dish which we
He go to search a restaurant and I search for a favorite dish.
selecting the location, right? Isn't
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Selecting
Yes.
the location is one of the frequently used, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
probably will be searching out the restaurant or searching out the food,
Yes.
right? That is also
Then offers.
so. Now you tell me what should be tested.
Giving response.
Response.
No, don't think in that way every time. Response time, okay? What should be tested?
Quick deliver.
And when we enter the location, that
Hmm.
app should give us the restaurant near to our location.
What should be tested here? Very frequently scenarios should be tested out very frequently. As a performance tester, we won't focus on all the things. Let's take an example, Gmail. So in a Gmail, mainly focused on compose. And can you tell me other frequent use?
Inbox.
Inbox.
Checking inbox,
Correct. Good. Next. Next.
composing new mail,
Update.
Correct.
Updates.
Correct. And
Sent box also.
do you use this settings, and you will be uploading your profile picture or changing the password? Do you use regularly, very frequently?
No.
All right.
No.
So which scenarios can be tested out inside the application? Very frequent used. Okay. When you say very frequent used, before that you should understand the application scope. Even as a performance tester, you need to understand scope of the application and very frequent used scenarios. Scenarios ante enti? What is scenarios? Scenarios means business flow. Okay, I will convey in this, okay, so that you can understand. Very frequent used businesses can be tested out as part of performance testing, right? Very frequent use things only can be tested out. We won't bother about other things. Okay. What are all the main factors of the performance testing? Speed, we mainly focusing on the, so let's say we got to know very frequent used application inside the scenarios. And then what we focus on? Speed, application speed. How the application is, how the app is, how the software application, right? In a software application is responding quickly. This is one of the main factor we focus on as a performance tester. How the application is behaving, how it is responding quickly is one of the factor. Next, what next?
Ability.
Scalability, right? Scalability. What does scalability? What is meant by scalability? What is scalability? The maximum, right? The maximum number of users, application, software application can be handled. So when you say maximum users, can you take an example and tell me what is maximum users inside the application? So it reaches to the registered users. Okay, what is scalability? Scalability means the maximum number of users software application can be handled. So when we kept an offer, so at the moment, most of the users will be access to the application. So we'll be testing in point of view, last how many number of users can sustain the application, right? So even as per our experiences, JNTU results, right? The website were not sustaining under some thousand of users, right? So
Yes,
that's where we'll be, making sure it will be sustained 10K user, it will be sustaining 5K user load, sustain 15K user load. Okay, in that way we'll be focusing on the maximum number of users software application can be handled. Okay, next term is scalability is done. Stability. What is stability in a general manner? Stability.
Constant.
Standard users or
Sorry.
desired number of users.
Stability means what? It can be software application, can be app, can be sustaining under different loads. Different loads. What is different loads? So let's say in a normal way. So let's say we keep half an hour of the peak time, right? Half an hour, offer time we kept inside the application. At the moment, most of the users will be access to the application. Am I correct?
Yes.
Then after half an hour, normal load, right? So what we testing out, how the application is stable under the normal load and under the peak load in a different loads, right? So these mainly by focusing on these three factors, we'll be working on the performance testing. These three factors, okay, how this responding quickly and how it is, how this can be handled, the maximum number of users, and next how it is sustaining under different loads and different loads, various loads. So mainly these three factors can be involved as part of the performance testing, right? Okay. So hope you got an idea. What is what application looks like. Okay. So mostly we'll be using this instance UAT to test the application or SIT and STG, right? It really depends on the situation. We'll be testing out the application. Okay, so we'll be using the tools over there. There are tools, by using the tools. Okay, we'll not be writing any code, but yes, we should have to focus on the concepts of the application. Almost you people know everything this, but this is a terminology. That's it. You need to understand the terminology, then it will be very easy for you to move on. Okay, there are tools. Okay, mainly load runner is there and JMeter. There are many tools like Neoload tool is there. Neoload. There are many tools in the market, but most of the organizations will be taking this load runner JMeter. That's where we are focusing on load runner JMeter. Okay, but so if you understand the concepts, you will easily identifying the things, and you can work on easily moving forward. Even if you get stuck, you can ask me, or you can come to the institute and you can discuss. People will be there. Okay. And this will be about the demo when it comes to the performance testing and what is performance testing exactly. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, is coming to the institution almost 2.5 years back I started, but it was only training level. Since 7 months I started placing the people, almost 150 plus people we placed in a 7 months. Before that I was giving full-fledged course, almost it will be 4 months of course, but now this is kind of required things. Whatever the things required to sustain, once you get the job. It will be 30 to 35 sessions.
Voice is not
breaking, sir. Your voice is breaking.
Breaking. Okay. So I was telling, so when you missed out, by the way, oh, your internet connection is unstable. So I was saying like almost we placed 150 plus people in a last 7 months. But before that, I was not taking care of all these things. I was just, providing the course for 4 months. But now this will be kind of required things I'm, explaining to the people and giving the placements and job support for 2 months. Most of the people, I think your friends or referral people knows what are we doing exactly. If you have any concerns, yes, you can come and talk to me in the institution. No problem.
Okay.
Okay. And this is at near Pragati Nagar. We had
Okay.
2 batches, morning and evening. Evening batch, it will take to start one more batch. Almost 20 days, it will be taken 25 days for me to start one more new batch. Already it is running. Yeah, if you have any concerns, you can call, reach out to me, or you can come to the institute and directly you can be talking. No worries. And whoever wants to continue, and please to respond. If you won't, if you don't want to continue, you can left off from the respective groups. No problem. Okay. Take your decision, and probably I will be starting the actual classes on. So I will give a time, probably 3rd. Okay, 3rd I will be starting actual classes, and in a 20 days I will start processing the profiles. Okay, so I will be taking in this way. Who people are following the classes daily, and whoever able to answer the questions. After 15 days, I will be taking their profiles. I will start processing the profiles. So in this way, I will be I will be processing. But if you don't, learn, even I can't process the profile. Even you can't sustain once you get the job.
Yeah.
That's where I'm following this protocol. You should be joining daily. You should be able to, complete the task which I am giving. If you are not joining, yes, you can go through the video, but you should be understanding the things. This is for sure here. Here. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
If you have any concerns, yes, you can ask here. Even other people gets to know.
Yeah.
Anyone, no
Okay.
problem. You can ask here. Okay, and from the next, right, you people should be joining with your name. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so that I can get to know who all are speaking, all are joining. Okay, thank you, guys. Thanks for joining. Take your time, take your decision, and join. But once you join, you should be, very concentrated. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning,
Bye.
sir.
Yeah.
So, excuse me.
Please, please. What's this?
Yeah, this is Ravi Teja, sir.
Yeah, bole. Chapandi.
So actually, how much the duration this course will be, sir?
30 to 35 sessions. It would be 40 to 45 days.
Yeah, continuously, sir. There is no offs and all.
There will be. See, Sundays I can't take the classes. Sometimes Saturday. Okay.
So may I know the timings, class
Nine,
timings in
same time. I prefer
9 to
9
10.
to 10. I prefer.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, fine. Take your decision and you can register on till 26th and 27th. You will get a new link. Okay, to join. Only registered people can be joined over there on Friday.
Today is 31st, right?
Yeah,
sir?
yeah, bro. Correct. Sorry, third.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking.
Yeah. I forgot. I'm focusing on this here. Friday. Absolutely. Yeah, take your time till second and till second evening. You can register yourself, and then probably on third we can get started actual classes on the performance testing. Okay,
Okay, sir.
fine. If you have any concerns, you can ask. If you can, you can wind up the meeting.
Sir, do we have session tomorrow?
No, yeah. Almost I thought of taking 30 minutes, but almost 55 minutes I taken.
It's been 1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
close to. But daily basis 45 minutes. 45 to 45 minutes, and the next 10 to 15 minutes would be questionnaire or doubts. Okay. Yeah.
So do we have option to attend on offline classes?
Offline here, offline ledanti. There is no offline classes. If I get started right, probably there will be people right in the institution. People are placed.
Okay.
They may get disturbed.
Okay, so no problem.
And
And
one
one more
more
question.
thing, you will not be having these recap sessions, right? In every session is being recorded. Okay, I can be able to provide this. You can go through this, and most of the people are in their hometowns. They can't come to Hyderabad and stay, right? So this is where I taken the decision online.
Okay, so no problem. And as you said, you will be there will be 35 sessions.
30 to 35. It's fully depends on you
Okay.
people understanding. If you
Okay,
are
sir.
not understanding, probably it might be 40 sessions also.
Okay, sir. And what is the time for getting us on the job?
So let's say you people, okay, let's say there are 30 people or 25 people in this batch. Basically 30 people for every batch I get. in 30 people, in 20 days, I'll pick 7 profiles. Then I'll start processing. In next 10 days, I will pick one more 6 or 5 profiles. In that way, will be, because it
Okay.
will not burden me even,
Okay.
right?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
So what are the companies that we are going?
It's purely depends on you are taking. It's not, I haven't tie up with any company.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
I can help you out in the interview and job support everywhere in the resume preparation. How are we talking to the people in the HR level? Yes, I can guide you everywhere. In the
Okay.
interview also, I can help you out in the interview.
Sir, hello.
Yes,
Hi, sir.
please. Yeah, please.
Sir, actually, I'm working in another company presently
Where are you working?
as a non-IT work.
Okay, and one more thing I just wanted to tell you, this can be for any graduation. Even I am from non-IT. I mean to say I am from electrical department. I learned this as a passion. Now I'm providing the training. It's not about you should have to come out from CSC, BTech and ITEC. I am from electrical.
Actually, it's my I have completed my degree.
Now, no worries.
Or
Yeah,
can
no
I get
worries.
the
Just
can I
you
get the
should,
if I missed the class, can I get the video record?
on a daily basis videos you will be getting the links.
Thank you, sir.
Or I will be keeping somewhere in the Google Drive and I will give you the access on daily basis. I will be uploading over there.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, do we need a laptop for this?
In next probably when we starting,
Third.
starting on third, right?
Third.
Probably till 8th, you are in the need of laptop.
Sir, actually, I'm going to tomorrow. I'm going to Hyderabad to buy laptop.
Mm.
Which model is supported? J-meter.
Can be supported anything. It would be 8 GB RAM.
Is there any restriction like any
Specifications, but it should be 8 GB RAM.
8 GB RAM? Okay, thank you. That's
Sir, one more thing, any certification will be given, sir, after the completion of the course?
Means
Like
Certification.
no certification. If you want the certification, is we had certifications from the outside. You need to prepare well if you want to crack this. But and one more thing I am telling, if you want full-fledged course, it will be taking 4 months. Okay, 4 months, even it's not fair enough. But whatever the things are required for our job to place, after getting the placed, what things get to know, yes, depends on your experience, what we are going to be keep. I'm explaining the sessions. Okay. Yeah, fine.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. So anything
Thank you.
else?
Thank you, sir.
If not, we can wind up.
Okay, sir. Bye.
Okay. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining and let's conclude. Take your time and take a decision. Take care. Bye. Have a good day.